Hi guys, I'm back. As you can see, I am a Captain America fan. This is my shield that I got. My university grad present, in fact. My parents were like, "What? Hugh, don't you want a trip?" Or I'm like, "No, I want a Captain America shield." Bought it at the Silver Snail. It's Toronto. Great store downtown. Check them out. Lots of great props. A little plug for there. Go Canada. So, the next book I wanted to talk about in my Best of Captain America review. Hi, my name's Andrew Ace. You can find me online at UIS999. And this is The Ultimates by Mark Millar, Brian Hitch. When I was getting back into comics, this was one of the titles that I found. This was to say again, mid-2000s. I was a big fan, 80s, into the 90s, trailed off as girls in university and stuff. So, getting back into comics though, I find this, and this was part of the Ultimate Universe, which was an attempt in the early 2000s to reboot, not really the right word, to create a universe where the characters could be brought into a more modern setting. So they started with Spider-Man, and he's a kid back in high school, but instead of a chemistry set, he's got a computer, or he's taking a computer class. That was by Brian Michael Bendis. They also did Ultimate Fantastic Four and Ultimate X-Men. And I didn't really gravitate to any of those titles, but I found this, picked it up, and I fell in love immediately. I've done reviews in other Mark Millar books. I consider him one of the best writers in the industry. And Brian Hitch has a phenomenal style that blends a human realism with a widescreen movie, action movie dynamic energy. Really, really fun to read. Really, I say fast, but that's not quite fair maybe. As it is just, give me a sense, these very wide panels, everything moves along smoothly, of course the writing is phenomenal, but, you never feel like you're getting bogged down, tons of text, even when, a page like this, there's a bit, but, there's a powerful kinetic energy in reading this. Alright, so what this is though, this is the Avengers, with the idea that they were formed by S.H.I.E.L.D., they were formed by the US government, and that they are, soldiers of the state. Certainly that is brought up and referenced and discussed many times. More than that though, they're heroes of celebrity. Thor is this eco kind of playboy character. Tony Stark, total lush, total womanizer. They really take him back almost to his worst qualities and exaggerate his arrogance. Likewise, Captain America is even more, a bit of a fuddy-duddy. Really, the stereotype, if you would, of morality from almost the 40s or the 50s. Certainly wasn't, he's frozen in the 50s. But the Iron Man armor requires tons of setup. Anyway, this greatly influenced the Avengers movies. You'll actually see Mark Millar's name in the credits. And you can't get away that if you're a modern reader, that this Avengers will speak to you. And even though, this is now, this is 10 years old, but certainly when you're rereading some of the, the original issues, which I love, Marvel masterwork, but, between the art, between the coloring process, and, you can say the language, the slang, all of it does feel dated. And I don't mind that necessarily, but if you also, want something to contrast against that, then this is the book that you want to be reading. This is also a hardcover deluxe edition. You can find this in softcovers and smaller and broken down versions. I have multiple versions of this, actually, truth be told. So, Mark Millar, The Ultimates. Now, from there, another one of my favorite books, a very smaller graphic novel. It's The Bloodstone Hunt. This was written by Mark Gruenwald. Apologies. Kieran Dwyer is the artist. And to be honest, I actually thought Ron Lim had something to do with this, but I guess not. He came on the title a little bit later, which is when I literally, I think 2 or 3 issues after this, was when I started reading Captain America for the first time, and hence these are the issues I'm going at the Silver Snail through their back issue bin trying to find. And part of what appealed to me personally was, as an Indiana Jones fan, as a fan of 80s action movies, that what this was, or to a big degree it was certainly. Sorry, I have a tiny kitten crawling on me. It also introduces Diamondback, or not introduces her, sorry. There's a graphic novel later that I'll be showing, but introduced her to me, and certainly maybe more of a romantic interest for Captain America. They had encountered several times, but previously during the Serpent Society endeavor. And I love the artwork, very kinetic, very energetic. I love Captain America, very square-jawed. This is where they introduce Crossbones as a character. He starts showing up during this storyline, and working for the Red Skull. This one speaks to me very personally, very emotionally, but to recommend it, obviously, that doesn't necessarily connect. So I'd like to say that you should be picking this up for a fun, fast summer read. A Captain America series that doesn't tie into any overarching Infinity Wars, Civil Wars, deaths, major arcs. It's fun. It'd be great for younger readers. So if you've got someone who's, say, 15 or under, you're a little bit concerned about some of the more mature content, the violence, some of the other comic books. Certainly, I would and should have mentioned, I would consider this more of a mature readers. Actually, I would definitely consider it a mature readers book, given some of the topics that come up. This isn't. This is great, even if you got a 10-year-old and they've just seen Captain America. Oh, they want something with Captain America. They want something with Crossbones. Boom, perfect book. The Bloodstone Hunt. You can find it in any comic book store. You can find it on Amazon, wherever, and you won't be disappointed. It's a great, fun read. So, I think I'm going to take another break here just for a moment, sort out my books behind me, and just mention one more time, you can find me online at UYS999. That's my last name's pronounced Ace. I'm Andrew Ace at UYS999, and this is my Captain America review. See you back in a few. Cheers.